I tend to forgive a lot of things because of the fact that I'm a little bit more generous in my feelings towards a lot of series. I never usually hate a series as much as most people do. However, I wouldn't say I hate this movie, but I don't like it. I just really don't like it. Because, my God, I don't understand what they were trying to do with this. Like, I get it, I get it. It was through development hell. Other people should have worked on it. It should have had more oversight by Warner Brothers or something to keep it more in line with things. Like, because it's not like Selena Kyle was being used in any form of Batman movie by this time. Like, why? Hell, you could have just started with her already being Catwoman or something. You didn't have to do this because I've seen so many reworkings of a character's origin, and it's usually to simplify it to some degree. Simplify why they're able to do certain things here and there. Like, even Spider-Man, it's just like, oh, we don't want him to have you make web shooters for whatever reason, so he just organically shoots it as a product of his mutation. Okay, I can kind of get that too. Like, I get that. But to create a whole new character in Patience Phillips, who is the stereotypical not cool chick who works at an evil company that makes cosmetics with dangerous side effects and all that, and she stumbles upon that and she ends up being thrown down a pipe to be disposed of so that she'll drown, which she does, and then to revive her by an Egyptian Mao cat named Midnight that had been following her around, and she develops cat-like abilities, and Mao's owner, who is not Selena, but easily could have been Selena, which would have at least tied it in to some degree to Batman, is just some weird crazy cat lady who's just like, Egyptian Maos are servants of the goddess Bast. The fuck were you smoking? What were you smoking? That, like, dude, okay, look. Look. You could have made another Catwoman character with this origin. But this movie was not the place to do it. This movie was by no means the place to do it. And you know what? Even that I could have accepted. As banana balls dumb as shit that was, I could have accepted it because I read comics. Comics have the weirdest storylines and shit all the time. It happens. I mean, one of my favorite comic book characters is Squirrel Girl. I can accept this to some degree. But it's the fact that the nature of her abilities never makes sense. Because she does become a vigilante, goes out to find the people who killed her. Unfortunately, she ends up being framed for one of the murders. But there are so many times when her and the detective love interest that she has are just having these weird flirtatious moments. They're trying to do, she has cat-like traits, trying to make this a Spider-Man story, and just having her steal jewels only to give them back and shit. Like, it's all the weird avant-garde bullshit that they try to incorporate with the nature of her cat abilities, which it's so obvious they're trying to ape Spider-Man, and I don't understand why. I don't understand, because it's the most pointless fluff imaginable. And it is the most slog-worthy shit in the movie. Like, there's a whole midsection to this movie you could cut out, and I would have been fine with it, because it just isn't good. It's boring and dumb as shit. Oh, God. And when she actually confronts the leaders of her business and about how the product is harming people, and she gets into this knockdown, drag-out fight with the lead who had been manipulating things behind the scene because it was going to make her permanently beautiful, and just this, that, comments about beauty and how superficial we as people can be, and blah, blah, blah. And the villain eventually falls to her death, and Patience goes on as Catwoman living outside of the law and all that shit. And I'm just like, but why was she even chosen? Why would Bast, the goddess, choose Patience? What was it about Patience that allowed her to be chosen? Why was she the envoy of justice that was needed? Because she was kind? I mean, a lot of her more kinder traits are kind of lost by the end of the movie. I mean, she does try to save the bad guy in the end, but I mean, okay. Patience isn't a murderer? Okay, what? There's nothing innately special about Patience aside that she tried to help a cat. And it's just like, what makes her any difference about a fire woman helping a cat out of a tree or some shit? You know, I've seen plenty of videos about people helping animals here and there. Are they given magical animal abilities too? It's just like, come on. It's such a weird leap in logic that I just don't understand. Because, dude, you could have had it be that she worked in a museum and, I don't know, one of the animals that one of the pharaohs were buried with that was a representation of Bast, she ended up taking care of, and the cat was grateful and bestowed the powers onto her, or some stupid shit like that. Hell, make it so that the villains were merging people's DNA with animal DNA, like the island of Dr. Monroe. I think, I'm not sure if that's the actual movie or the episode of Batman the Animated Series where Catman was merged with an actual cat. There are so many different avenues you could have gone down that don't make things so dumb as this movie. And yeah, I mean, Halle Berry has moved on from this movie. Everyone has collectively moved on from this movie. I've never heard a kind thing said about this movie. It's just so odd and not good, and just don't understand. I just don't understand. And maybe that's for the best. Maybe that's exactly what this movie was. A mess that just needs to be forgotten. But tell me your thoughts. I'd love to actually hear someone who enjoys this movie come to the forefront and try to justify, try to tell me why you enjoyed this movie beyond it just being a clusterfuck of a mess. I want it. I'm so curious to hear the reason. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.